It's time now to set the intent on how you want to live your life. We each have to decide on the personal level which path in life gives us the most meaning. Where do we find purpose? Quite often we find ourselves in positions where we dumb down what it is that we truly want, because maybe on a certain level we feel like we're not really going to get there. But I can guarantee you with this recent eclipse season, which isn't over yet, we still have another eclipse happening on the 11th of August. I do have a video about that too. But with this eclipse season, you've definitely been taking a look at how you can shift things, but not really with a clear idea of perhaps how to shift it. Now, this approaching interaction between Saturn and Venus, as Saturn begins this particular aspect in Purva Ashadha nakshatra, and then shifts back in its retrograde motion into Mula nakshatra. Saturn will be forming an angle with Venus at the first portion of this aspect in Uttara Falguni nakshatra, and afterwards in Hasta nakshatra. During this particular process, you're going to find yourself taking a look at what you want to nourish in your life, what it is that you truly want to support, and beginning to be firm about your need to do that. Perhaps even on some occasions very assertive, but keep in mind that you're the one who's, what's the phrase I want to use, running your own show, or at least you should be. And so if you feel a need to kind of be overly assertive with another person, perhaps you're forgetting that you placed yourself in this situation in the first place, right? So whilst you may have to be firm in setting direction and in living in alignment with your intent, you don't necessarily need to be over the top. You just need to be firm. You need to be clear. You need to set the intent clearly within yourself and live in alignment with that intent. And where that's not enough with the situation that you're dealing with, that's where you need to have conversations, communication, not necessarily fireworks, but communication about what it is that you're wanting to set in motion for your own life, and what it is that you're ready to stop having in your own life. You're wanting to support positive growth, and it's time for you to take that action, to be very clear in that action. It's not going to be easy at first. You know, Hasta Nakshatra gives us the power to bring things into being. It's associated with Savitar, who's the life-giving aspect of the sun. And so it gives us the potential to bring life to something else that we want. But it is also a nakshatra that tends to indicate a certain amount of inertia. And so we want this to happen in a very light, swift, and easy way. But usually in the process, there's a little bit of restlessness that's experienced. But you have to be devoted to your cause. Remember, you're doing this because this is what inspires you. It's what feels right in your life. If you want to know what this is about in your life, aside from perhaps scheduling an astrological consultation with me, which I will give you a link to later on in this video, as well as there's probably one up there now. But look at where Venus and Saturn are ruling in your chart. Come to an understanding about how you're looking to shift and change those things. What themes are they bringing up into your life? What are you ready to move on from, so that you can feel like you're getting the most from your life? After all, that's what Venus is about. Saturn, you know, everybody gives Saturn a bad reputation at being this, like, you know, big bully that stops everything. But Venus and Saturn working together is very creative energy, because Saturn gives the structure to what Venus is deeming the new purpose or new thing that we're going to find enjoyment in our life is all about. And enjoyment takes many different forms. It can be from enjoying feeling good about ourselves, to enjoying our interaction with our children, to enjoying the fact that we're deciding what it is that we want and what it is that we don't want. Now, leading up to this, there may be a few humbling experiences that you have to face. With those humbling experiences that come along, kind of take it in bite-sized pieces. Saturn's going to be shifting into Mula Nakshatra on the 10th of August. Mula Nakshatra is very good at doing that. You know, it tends to make us face resistance, but that resistance causes us to kind of stop and take in what we're able to take in little bits and pieces along the way. This is not going to be a quick process, and it may not, like, you know, completely shift your life immediately. But what you're doing over this particular period of time is taking a good, honest look at what it is that you want, what you're ready to commit to, what you're no longer willing to be a part of, right? And it's helping you to set your life in alignment with that. Eclipses are very powerful. A lot of people give eclipses a bad reputation too and think that they're always about something bad in your life. But that's not the case. They're powerful periods for positive transformation. And on the 11th of August, we also have another solar eclipse coming up in Magha Nakshatra. So important to this process is to not shut down to what you're feeling, but at the same time, try not to let your feelings rule you. Again, you don't have to be assertive or dominate your will over another person. You just have to be assertive in taking the steps towards taking control of your own life and heading things in the direction that are more in alignment with what you want to support, and moving your life away from the direction of those things that you don't want to support. So if you could use a little bit of help sorting through this process, I do offer several different levels of astrological service, all of which are available through the astrological services page of my website. If you wish, you can follow the link above that you'll see right about now in order to schedule an astrological consultation. That's going to do it for this look at Venus's interaction with Saturn, starting right now, really, through the 18th of August, 2018. Until the next time, bye now.